Hello everyone, my name is Sanvi Singh and I am from class 9th B. Today I am going to talk about the role of science in agriculture. Let's understand some importance of agriculture. The main source of livelihood of many people is agriculture. Approximately 70% of the people directly rely on agriculture as a mean of living. This high percentage in agriculture is as a result of non-development and non-agricultural activities to absorb the fast-growing population. Agriculture in United Kingdom uses 69% of the country's land area, which employs 1.5% of its workforce and contributes 0.6 of its growth value. Agricultural activities occurs in most rural locations. It is concentrated in East Anglia and the Southwest. Animal and plant health. To determine the UK's needs and evidence capabilities to underpin best practice management during the next 10 to 15 years. Agriculture in India. Agriculture has always been a lifeline for India. Even though with age, India has made a mark in various spheres and has progressed in the manufacturing sector by leaps and bounds. But agriculture still remains one of the key drivers for the economy. Rich fertile land and plenty of water for irrigation and domestication of crops and animals were some of the key factors for its success. Other areas where agriculture was a predominant force for rise and fall of many kingdoms were the Gangetic Plain and the Deccan Peninsula. The real success of scientific farming and use of various technologies and agriculture can be contributed to the Green Revolution. Science in farming, food provenance, geographical origin isotope approach is shown in this flowchart. Science in farming, precision agriculture. Observing, measuring, and responding to changes using satellites optimizes returns on inputs while preserving resources are water deflect, vegetation density, crop stresses. Green Revolution. A crucial aspect to the success of the Green Revolution in India was the various scientific technologies developed to facilitate more yields. New farming irrigation methods such as drip irrigation, stronger and more resistant pesticides, more efficient fertilizers, and newly developed seeds helps in proficient crop growth. As a result of such new improvements in agricultural methods, India experienced drastic increases in crop production. This eventually led to the country becoming more self sufficient and avoiding mass famine and starvation. The term evergreen revolution, coined by agricultural scientist Dr. M.S. Swaminath, kept India away from large scale import of food. How science has benefited agriculture so far. It has been science based improvements in agricultural technology that have contributed significantly across two green revolutions to alleviating hunger and poverty in India and most of Asia. The sub-technology can be attributed primarily to high-level and top-quality science. Science conducted in some of the finest laboratories in the world and published in top scientific journals to solve the problems that Indian farmers are facing in their fields. One scientific study reported that India's scheduled castes among the nation's most underprivileged are likely to be a major beneficiary of the spread of the flood-tolerant rice varieties. A new era of scientific farming. In 1991, during the time of liberalization, India saw some major reforms that gave impetus to the economy. During this time, ISRO was also trying its best to launch remote sensing in India. The space agency went aggressive to put India on the radar of global space giants. With the country developing the Indian Remote Sensing IRS satellite program, the technology started to support the national economy in the areas of agriculture, water resources, forestry, ecology, and geology. Remote sensing has played a major role in the scientific advancement of the Indian agriculture sector. I hope you all like this. Thank you for your patience, guys, and thank you, everyone.
Science. It's like magic, but it's real. It's amazing. Hello everyone, my name is Vana Kapoor and I am in grade 9th. We all know about how the technology and science is improving day by day. Science helps so much in medical field. Just because of science, India is an upgraded medical field. So let us start our presentation now. Medical science. The science of dealing with the maintenance of health and the preservation and treatment of diseases. Now let us have a quick look in the field of medical science. Bioengineering. The use of engineering for medical purpose. For example, the use of artificial body parts. Organized sector to replace the damaged ones. Hematology. The scientific study of blood. Oncology. The study and treatment of cancer. Genetics. The study of how the individual features and behavior of living things are passed on through their genes. Neurology. Guess what? The study of your nervous system and the diseases that affect it. Now let us continue with the biomedicine, the principle of biology and biochemistry applied to the practice of medicine. Cardiology. The area of medicine that deals with the heart and the diseases that affect it. Embryology. The scientific study of embryos. To know how science and technology works under the field of medical science, I have prepared a short video to know things more clearly. ECG, electrocardiography. The medical equipment with sensors is attached to the patient. It detects changes in heart rate, pulse rate, blood pressure, breathing, and brain activity. If any unbalancing situation occurs, computer activates the alarming device which creates sound and alerts the medical staff.
Imaging, commonly known as MRI, helps doctors find, watch, and treat medical problems. MRI uses very strong magnets, radio waves, and a computer to make pictures of the inside of the body. MRI pictures are more detailed than those made with other methods.
Computers are normally used in following medical units of hospitals for monitoring patients: ICU, operation theatre, recovery room, and medical ward. Main uses of science in medical field: different electronic scanning devices. Medical equipment are used in hospitals. They are connected with the computers. These devices are used to monitor the patient continuously. CAT. Use of computer in hospital is to scan the body of patient. A special scanner is used for this purpose. The CAT, computerized axial tomography. Its scanner passes over the patient. It displays an image of bone and tissue structure of a patient on a computer screen. This image is printed on the printer. It is also stored in computer for later use. Science is used in every field of life with great evolution. In the field of medicine, it also changes the whole producer of treatment and saves millions of lives. Thank you everyone for spending your precious time. Hope you loved it, and bye bye.
Good morning everyone. My name is Prapti Chaudhary. I'm from class 9th A, and today we're going to discuss the role of science in space.
Space science, body of scientific knowledge, as it relates to space exploration. It is sometimes also called astronautics. Space science draws on the conventional sciences of physics, chemistry, biology, and engineering, as well as requiring specific research of its own. The problem that space science must deal with include prediction and control of trajectories and orbits, telecommunications between spacecraft and Earth, spacecraft design and fabrication, and life support systems for human spaceflight.
How does space relate to science? Space science encompasses all of the scientific disciplines that involve space exploration and study natural phenomena and physical bodies occurring in outer space, such as space medicine and astrobiology. What is the role of NASA in space science? NASA is a US government agency that is responsible for science and technology related to air and space. The space age started in 1957 with the launch of the Soviet satellite Sputnik. The agency was created to oversee US space exploration and astronautics research. The most common science roles at NASA are in the disciplines of general physical science, astronomy and space, and physics. They employ 15 different types of scientists who serve as experts across their varied projects and missions. And they don't just work in traditional labs. They're designing instruments for the first probe to touch the sun. They're developing hardware to detect compounds on Mars. Space science in India. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced last week that India's private sector will play a key role in augmenting India's space program, and the government intends to share the facilities of the ISRO with the private sector. This announcement was a part of the Narendra Modi's government's call for new and bold reforms in an effort to promote its self-reliant India mission. It is the fourth segment of the rupees 20 lakh crore MInerva Bharat Abhiyan special economic stimulus. Current status of space science. NASA's current space science programs are the result of a strategic planning process that has been owned over many years. Scientific and pragmatic priorities are developed by expert committees convened under the auspices of the NRC reported on in NRC studies and then translated by NASA's road mapping teams into integrated implementation plans supportive of the agency's mission. History of space science. The first scientific discovery made with instruments orbiting in space was the existence of the Van Allen radiation belts discovered by Explorer 1 in 1958. Subsequent space missions investigated Earth's magnetosphere, the surrounding region of space in which the planet's magnetic fields exert a controlling effect. Conclusion. In the decades following the first Sputnik and Explorer satellites, the ability to put their instruments into outer space gave scientists the opportunity to acquire new information about the natural universe. Space science added a new dimension to the quest for knowledge. Thank you everyone for your patience. Thank you so much.